Hi there. Thanks for taking the time to explore our product. At Etherlake, we believe that data platforms should be open and pervasive. Our data infrastructure should be able to handle and serve every workload by working across engines, tools, without ever getting in the way of your team's operations. Therefore, we are building an open data infrastructure built from modern data stack. So our mission is to let data flow freely across engines, teams, and tools. So organizations can spend their effort on insights and not on data plumbing. That's why we're working towards a future where data infrastructure simply fades into the background, where AI agents and people, technical or not, operate on one open lakehouse together, with no proprietary walls nor any limitation on scale. So imagine a typical data platform in an enterprise. Siloed data is centralized to bronze layer, then data is transformed to silver and gold layer, which is then analyzed by downstream analytics tools or AI applications. This has two core operational problems. First, there is a maintenance overhead. Changes to the source data or any format or business metrics breaks the pipeline, which initiates an intensive cycle of re-extraction, load, or transformation. Too much of engineering time goes on to data plumbing instead of the analytics, modeling, or activation that drive business decisions. Second, there is an operational friction that slows progress. Data teams have two tiers. The technical users like data engineers and non-technical users like business analysts and C-suites. Technical users write SQL while business leaders care about dashboards. In between them sits a queue of ad hoc requests, handoffs, context switching, resulting in missed context and inefficient data for insights. So these problems are real and painful. For instance, on an average, a company spends about $20,000 a year per data engineer on fixing broken pipelines, not building models or generating insights. We are solving these issues through Apeiron. It is our agent-first data lakehouse, which can serve as a foundation for your modern data platforms. It helps data engineers and business analysts to collaboratively develop the platforms with ease and efficiency. So Apeiron is a semi-managed data lakehouse built entirely on top of open standard and open source tooling. You can control the data and use any vendor suitable for your use case. It is, again, agent-first. At its core is an intent-driven architecture. You describe what you want, and AI agent handles the orchestration, ETL, analytics, and activation end to end. Today, it runs on Apache Iceberg with Trino as its query engine and is evolving to run on Trino and Spark interchangeably under the hood. The intent-driven layer is powered by Glinter, which is at its core. It is an AI agent that automatically orchestrates ETL, maintains tables, creates pipelines, triggered by your intent. With this, engineers can stop being just plumbers and start working on what really matters: modeling, analytics, and activation. The Lakehouse has a SQL assistant, a workbench, and a dashboard, which lets every persona reach the same governed Iceberg tables in natural language. Engineers don't have to write SQL manually. Business managers can provide context and ask questions in plain English, while executives drill through dashboards. No handoffs, no queues, no missed context. There's 5 integrated product areas. First is the Glinter. This is the data engineering agent that handles orchestration and ETL from intent. Then comes the Workbench, which is an interactive SQL workspace. The third is the AI-powered SQL assistant that converts plain language to optimized SQL. There is an inbuilt dashboard that delivers live analytics on your governed data. And finally, there is an agent marketplace that lets teams browse and deploy purpose-built agents. So who can use Apeiron? So we have built this product. It is purpose-built for startups, SMBs, and mid-tier companies in mind. But really, any enterprise who have their use case satisfied through Apeiron can use it. Startups and SMBs specifically prefer these days modern data stack and flexible data platforms that keep up with their changing data needs. Apeiron agent-first approach provides them the ability by making them agile. This is what they need while open table formats build their modern data stack. Mid-tier companies, on the other hand, have some lakehouse presence and they want to avoid vendor-specific implementations. They can modernize their data stack through Apeiron by attaching their existing data sources to the lakehouse. This gives them a window from escaping from vendor-specific solutions, which ultimately drives cost. We serve the full data team. The engineers can SQL control with agent automation, analysts can get governed self-service, scientists get the open tables, and business managers and executives can get direct intent-driven insights. There are 6 things that set Apeiron apart from the rest. First is the semi-managed. While the service can adapt to your requirement, you can scale up or scale down as per your need. Second is the intent-driven AI layer. Specifically, Glinter can capture context from business users while building accurate pipelines and dashboards based on the data engineer's intent. Then the third is an open standard format with OSS being at its core. So this allows modern data stack to be created by default, and the rest of the developer tools and innovations that happen by the open source community is easily available in the platform because of its OSS core. Then fourth is the fact that you can bring your own cloud to Apeiron quite easily by attaching your cloud bucket to Apeiron. To do that, simply create a table in Apeiron and just mention the URL of your cloud bucket to get started. No copy is required, no data movement is necessary. The fifth advantage is that it is perfectly interoperable with all major cloud engines, Iceberg engines like Spark, Trino, and so on. All you need is a REST integratable catalog that ingests with the metadata to other engines. Then finally, our cost structure is pretty transparent. Unlike many other cloud vendors, we open our compute, data transfer, and token consumption costs to our customers so that they really pay for what they use. So there is no proprietary tech working under the hood which could contribute to your cost. So the cost is pretty predictable. The cost scale linearly as your data scales and all your use cases scale. Currently, Apeiron is a working prototype, and Etherlake is looking for design partners to shape its future. If you believe that data infrastructure should be open, intelligent, and boundless, we would love to have you at the table. Thank you.